is in Mcgehee, Arkansas. Hello, family. My name is Black Feniks, owner of HogOn Welding and the founder of HogOn University and the founder of Welding and Hip Hop. And I wanted to talk to you today about the welding classes I have available in my hometown of Mcgehee, Arkansas. And I wanted to go into a few specifics on the type of courses that actually I'm gonna be offering. These are independent welding classes. Right now, I got the my facility that I have at the moment. I can actually teach two people at a time. So until I expand and get another facility, right now I can actually teach two at a time or one person at a time. A lot of times it's good because I can be one on one with the person that's trying to learn whatever procedure they're trying to learn. Right now, I feel like there's a big need in MIG welding and in stick welding. A lot of people want to travel and get into some real money, and they ask me, what can I learn that can really help change my life and put me in a better situation? And one of the best things you can learn to actually do that is welding, field welding. I like to say field welding isn't shop welding because field welding isn't shop welding. But if you learn how to field weld is more of a traveling situation if you like the outside. Now, you can also travel with shop welding, MIG welding, because a lot of shops throughout the country use post MIG and MIG welding. The difference between regular MIG and post MIG is it runs hotter, it allows it to have less splatter, gives it deep penetration, and you can actually run it at a high voltage without burning through on thin material. So the benefit of it is you can run faster. You can run faster and still have a nice cosmetic welding bead. So I like to tell people that because some people ask what's the difference. So once you learn how to MIG wire weld, the process of post arc is just a little different but the same. The concept of it changed just a little bit, but it's still the same degrees, travel speed, angle, things of that nature. So I would say that if you learn MIG, you can most definitely work on your post arc. It's like post MIG is very easy in my personal opinion. But in this area right now, the big need is MIG, flux core, and stick welding. I also teach TIG welding, but I haven't done a lot of pipe TIG welding, which I can, but I haven't done a lot. So I can't say that, I'm just a master at pipe TIGging, but I can do it, but I haven't did a lot. I did more structural TIGging. But it's like anything, once you jump on it, I can pretty much do it, but I stick to what I'm good at, and that is TIG welding in 4 positions on structural or ornamental, and stick welding, flux core, and MIG welding. And I have a 30-hour course. The 30-hour course actually helps you gain more awareness of it and how to do it in 3 to 4 positions. So my goal is to help a person get more educated on the welding in 3 or 4 positions. Excuse me. It's like I got a couple messages. I want to tune in with my people. I see a couple flashes up there. No, it doesn't have a lot of tornadoes, but tornadoes do come through here, but not in this area. But it does have tornadoes. We are next to Oklahoma, so we do experience some from time to time in different areas. But nah, it's not like a big thing. But like I said, I'm in my hometown, and in this area, like I say, they have a college welding program. It used to be a VOTEC, and then they switched it over where the college actually is offering the welding classes, so it's a little different, and the procedure is different, and what you learn is different. I think the benefit from learning from someone like me is I can give you more insight on what you need to learn on the processes because I'm literally got my hands involved in it, so I can actually help you when it comes to knowing what you need to focus on, seeing where you're going wrong at, and actually help fine tuning your welding abilities. Because I have taught people who have never welded before, and I had helped people who have welded a long time, but still needed just a little guidance to actually see where it was going wrong. Because one thing I noticed, you can practice and practice and practice, but if you don't know that you're doing one thing right, you just mastered the wrong thing. Because you can master the wrong process and like, no, this is how you do it. No, this is how you've been doing it, but this is actually not the right way. Especially if you're trying to pass a welding test, because certain angles, certain things you do can actually cause slag to go into your weld. And even though you can't see it, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So my goal is in my hometown is to actually help people improve their welding abilities. Right now, they have a facility that's actually hiring welders, and they actually hire welders all the time, but they be needing some good, reliable MIG and post MIG welders, fabricators, some part builders. So if you're in this area in Southeast Arkansas, Dumas is actually have a company that can actually help you get on your feet if you're trying to learn the process, if you're trying to make better money, if you're just trying to, live a better life, if you're trying to buy some land around here. Like, this company can actually help you do that. And I'm not just promoting the company, but I'm promoting the opportunity for those who are looking for work. They can actually find work once they become welders. So I have a course that I charge $750, and then I actually have one for $1,000. And the one that for $1,000 give you more in-depth information and more training, a little bit more hours than the regular 30-hour course. Because my goal is to help the need. So in the $1,000 course, I'm actually putting some fabrication skills wrapped into the $1,000 course to help a person fabricate when they MIG welding. Because a lot of times people can learn the process, but they have no idea when it comes to fabrication. And fabrication can help a welder, can open up many doors for a welder. Like, it can actually help you make more money. You can be a regular welder and make one pay, and you can be a welder fabricator and make a different pay. You can make more money at certain places. Now, you do have certain places that just pay flat out rates for whatever their welder's doing. You know what I mean? If it doesn't matter if you're seasoned, if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter. They start everybody off the same. But if you're traveling, or if you're trying to get yourself established in a certain area, I think that you should just focus on certain type of welding fabrication skills. Like, just to learn one isn't enough. You know how they got that saying, each one teach one? I'm gonna say each one teach some, family, because the more skills we have, the more knowledge we have, the more we can do. So when you're using your time to invest in your career, I would say it's wise to try to kill 7 birds with one stone. So since I am a welder, fabricator, installer, I figure I can give some information and some insight on everything I have done over the years. And I think it can really, really help a person gain some knowledge, and it can put them in a better situation. Because I know that once knowledge is applied, a person that did it for 10 years versus a person that did it for a year, if he have the right knowledge, he can look just like that person that did it for 10 years. I have seen it. They said, man, you been doing this? No, I just started, but he learned it the correct way. And then he started practicing, and then he ended up making it a habit, and ended up forming a nice habit of what he learned. And he mastered it in a small time. So I would say that the $1,000 course that I'm actually providing for those who want to do the $1,000 course, which is fabrication and MIG welding, we'll be doing it in 3 positions, because that's pretty much what's going, which is vertical down, overhead, and flat positions in the MIG welding. And then we'll be teaching some blueprints in there, some fabrication, and building a couple things to help a person gain the knowledge of fabrication and learning how to fill in gaps. And because there's a few things that you have to learn when you're welding. You might get a piece that the piece might have a big gap in. You might apply the heat on the wrong piece of the material. And if you apply the heat on the wrong piece of the material, you can actually burn a hole in it. Versus you having a thicker piece of material, you can actually put more of the heat on to smooth the metal out to actually fill up that gap. So it's a few things that you can learn from someone that's experienced that can help you on the job. So my goal is to help those who actually want to get educated in my area. Just now coming. So right now I actually have my shop inside of the garage. I actually enclosed the carport and I put a garage so that way we can kill several birds with one stone. We can fabricate, we can teach, and for $750 to $1,000, you can actually make between 35 and 40 and over 40 grand a year, literally, due to overtime. You know what I'm saying? But on the average, you're making anywhere from 35 to 40 grand a year from your $750 to $1,000 investment. And I have to say that a lot of times people tend to frown on investing in themselves. They feel like they can't see it immediately, but if they invest in a vehicle or they go sign up at a program and say, well, this college is going to pay me, they're going to give me some grants, but then you think about the stuff that you're going to have to pay back. I know many people who have attended school and actually had debts, and they was like, man, I didn't even get the information that I really needed, and then I'm still paying for this. Or I done had some students come in and said, I've been in this college program for 3 months and I ain't even welded yet. We just talking about it. You know what I mean? I'm ready to get my hands dirty. I got some bills to pay. And I think having you a tutor, a independent welding instructor like myself, you can be able to cut out the middleman, cut out college, cut out debt. It can actually really see some value from your investment. And then I also have a program where I'm actually teaching the younger kids from the ages from 12 to 24 and helping them on a sponsorship where we help them get everything that we're giving to the person that's paying it for a smaller amount, and then we're actually giving them more information, spending more time with them to help them gain a valuable career and a life-changing situation. I actually got a juvenile now that I'm actually going to be helping, a young brother. Hopefully it's going to start next week. His family been having to move and do a couple things, so we've been missing one another. So hopefully we'll start posting some of me and him doing some training here soon. But I've already started getting his gear, got everything in. So now I'm just waiting on the things to line out so we can start teaching him. But my goal is to help people in the area while I'm here. But you know the old saying that says that a prophet is not accepted in his own home. And I think about it sometimes because sometimes people from where you're from, they'll remember who you was, and it discouraged them or it hinders them from accepting who you have become. And you might have something valuable to give, but they might say, well, that's still, ain't that so and so, you know, and not give a person the opportunity knowing that you change and you grow into your purpose. You're born with it, and just because you're born with it, you don't know what to do with it until you learn and you develop it. So I'm here now, and my goal is to aid and assist all I can to help the Black youth. I really see the need in the community and to help anyone who actually want to learn. So there isn't no racial boundaries, but I am a Black man and I do have a heart for my people. And if I can help my people rise by any means, my goal is to pour my heart into the community. So if you know someone in the area, a teen from 12 to 24 who actually want to get some knowledge, I love to help and shed some light on a trade and a valuable career that can change their lives and change my life. So I just wanted to say that I'm here now. I actually have some smaller courses, but I think that for the money, the $750 course to the $1,000 course is actually going to put a person in a better position when it comes to obtaining a career. Like, I'm looking at what the need is and the information that I'm giving for $1,000, family. If you go to a school and get it, it's going to be 25, 3 grand or more, 4 grand, because I'm even answering questions. You know, if folks who have questions on business, this is the setting. So whoever invests in I'm giving you the opportunity to even have free consultations, because on my consultation, my business consultations, I charge $150 to help a person set up their business, give a person some ins and outs, some great tips on how to keep from stumbling and be able to make more from their money. But if a person invests inside of the welding program or one of the welding classes, I'm actually give that information to them for free if they acquire it, and and want it, and say, hey, I want to learn this side of it too. So that way, a person can get more out of it and utilize it, because the information is, even if you give a person some valuable information, it takes that individual to actually use that information, or that information you gave them was like casting pearls before the swine. So, like I say, I'm in Mcgehee, Arkansas right now, and my focus is to teach the MIG welding process and the stick welding process, and for those who want to learn TIG welding as well. But right now, MIG welding, flux core welding, stick welding is where it's at, especially MIG welding processes, because the MIG process is actually more economical, especially for big shops, manufacturing plants, and big places you can actually go and get some instant employment from. A lot of them is using the MIG welding process. They have bigger spools of wire. I actually seen one of the biggest spools of wire I have seen, and it was like a 900-pound spool of 045 wire, 900 pounds. So they were running this thing all the time, and they had them on the robots, and they had them on the regular machines that the fabricators and the welders use. That way they don't have to replace the wire as often, and they can actually get more parts, and they can do more on the assembly line without the line breaking down or having to stop to put more wire in it. It actually runs for a long time. And so, you learn things over time. So I just wanted to say that right now in this area, in this period of life we in right now in 2021, breaking into 2022, fabrication is where it's at. MIG welding processes, from post MIG to flux core to regular MIG, the process, that's where it's at. That's where you can be able to actually travel anywhere. That one process that actually got two different processes to it, it could actually open up doors for you. I have seen it. So learning how to flux core weld, learning how to MIG weld, post MIG, I think that can actually open up great doors in your community, and especially in Arkansas. Arkansas have a lot of manufacturing. I've been gone for a while, so and even when I was here, I wasn't aware of the manufacturing that was actually done in my state. So now that I'm on Highway 65 South, which is between Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and Greenville, Mississippi, it's right in between on that highway. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of business, a lot of travels, a lot of things going on within a certain area. So I figure while I'm here, I can actually provide what I do best and be able to help a person get a better opportunity. I love to see people make money. I love to see people win, and to give someone something of greater value to me. To me, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? Because as we know, it takes money to make money. But if you can invest something small and you get a bigger return out of it, that you can actually not only use for yourself, but you can pass down to your son, your daughter, your niece, nephew, your friend, or whoever, other brothers or sisters that may need it, that may lost. I think that's a door that that will forever be open, and an investment that will always prosper and show good fortune. So my goal is to utilize my time while I'm here. I'm in the area, for those who don't know, like I say, Mcgehee, Arkansas is on Highway 65, between, like I say, it's the same highway from Little Rock to Pine Bluff to Greenville, Mississippi. It's that 65 South. So for those who are in the area, surrounding areas, and you want to get some independent training, check me out. Visit the website. I actually got to make some updates on the website. One of some of my courses were started out at $600. I actually had to change those prices, so they will be updated soon. But starting out with the 30-hour courses, they start out at $750. and they actually go up from there. But the ones I feel that is more beneficial is from $750 to $1,000. I really feel like making that investment, I can be able to give you more for your money, more bang for your buck. And then it's also a way you are actually planting a seed in your own life, and as you jump on the job and get to making money, you'll realize the benefit of taking the class. So like I said, I'm in Mcgehee, Arkansas. For those who don't know, I want to just shout that out again. So check me out. Visit the website, HogOn2017.com. You can email me at HogOnWelding@gmail.com. You can actually leave a message on HogOn Welding on Facebook, HogOn Welding on Instagram, or you can actually leave me a message on YouTube, or you can call me on the business line, which is 870-501-1974. That's 870-501-1974. If you are interested in getting some welding classes, like I say, I'm in my hometown now, and my goal is to aid and assist anyone in the area who's looking for some training. So if that's you, hit me up. Let's get a hog on. Black Fingers.